Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be attempting the Times Cryptic number 2749, 2749, and this is published on the 8th of August 2024. Now I've kind of got a little bit of a laugh in my voice, I think, because it's set by ASP, and ASP is a new solver. Now I had a little look back in my records because I couldn't remember how I did on the last one they'd set, and I think they only set one, and that was a month ago or so on the 12th of July. And it took me 50 minutes, so I'm kind of thinking, ooh, I vaguely remember that, and it was a right old thing, but I did complete it. I got there eventually, and when I looked at the grid that puzzle had presented, it wasn't too bad. The words in it were all gettable, so I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. And I've just done another crossword as a bit of kind of warm up for the day, and just thinking, and my brain, I'm in a bit of a challenging mood today. I just took on the other crossword I took 6 minutes to get the last answer, which took a lot of alphabet drawing. So I think I've got a kind of good humour about today. We'll see by the end of it. I might have lost it. So anyway, I'm going to reset the clock and then crack on. Resisting having status. Obstruct everybody on street. Obstruct. I mean, that would normally be all, but that isn't a word. On street. Obstruct. Ban all. Maybe that's all. Something all. All. Stall. St. All. Is the old on trick. Fat babies regularly smudge clothes. What? So is that MDE or fat babies regularly? So babies regularly would be. See that? That can't be BB. I'm going to wait until I've got some letters. Second person caught sheep. You. So that's a sound like of you. Lazy and not even dressed. Or is it? Oh, actually, is it YOU? I think it's YOU, actually. I'm going to have to be careful there. Take that letter out just to remind myself. Lazy and not even dressed. Idle and not even dressed. Idle fair. Idle. Don't know. Rent somewhere in Croatia, so that's. I mean, that should be a. Somewhere makes me think it might be. Split rent. Yeah, rent is a. Okay, split as in that kind of rent. That kind of rent. A tear. Dispossesses some crime, so that would be. I'm looking at the word again, so I've said somewhere there, and I've got some here, and those make me think there's a hidden word. But crime victims, can't see anything. Dispossess, posse, don't know. Son is mixed up with Arab in scrapes. I think that's an anagram of son is and Arabs. So that probably, if it's scrapes, it's got an S on the end. I'm going to come back to it. A singular type of number. I mean, I would have thought that's just a simple one, but not overly convinced at this moment. Man on public transport performing for money. So we've got the on thing here again, so that's just man will go at the end, and public transport. Busking, I think that's. Man is a king. I mean, he is technically, but wow, that's why ASP was difficult last time. Man equals king. Yes, it does, but that's a bit of a jump for a QC. I left marriage farmland. Yeah, that's exile. I left marriage finally. E. I'll come back to them later. I will go through all the clues. Dish was for lad, prepared by another. I'm sure there's some kind of salad in there. Some kind of salad. Waldorf salad, I think. Let's see if that's Waldorf salad. I'm not really sure. Waldorf. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm just making that up. Let's see when we get down there what letters I've got. Debris used to be there following evacuation. Debris. Debris used to be there following evacuation. So evacuation there. TE. Waste was waste. Okay, so it's the other kind of U, as I originally thought. Itinerant reporter entertains wild party. Briefly, revel, itinerant. I don't know what itinerant means really. Complacent, it'll come to me later maybe. Complacent broadcast feels as if it's beginning to decline. Complacent is well, broadcast feels, airs. I'm going to move on. Although adults loathe babies, everyone is tiny to begin with. What a great surface that has. Although adults loathe babies, everyone is tiny to begin with. ITT, is that something about tots? Loathe babies. Everyone is all to begin with. There's a BEITT to begin with. ALB. Yeah, I'm sure to begin with, everyone is tiny. I'm sure to begin with is saying to at least take some kind of letters there. Alet, ballet. I don't think. ALB, albeit. There we are. Golly, that was in there. Okay, albeit. That is the starting letters of adults loathe babies. Everyone is tiny. Sorry, that's fantastic as things go. Daring, dancing, stunned lasses. So I think I want to make that to be an anagram. That's 7 letters. That's 6 letters. That's got some S's in it. Daring, adventurous, something less. I think that is. I will be getting out the pen and paper thing, but I think it's something less, unless more letters come to me. Stunned, stunned lasses. I've got the less in lasses, so I've got an AS to go in. Stunned, dauntless. I think. Dauntless, undauntedless, something like that, obviously. Where one might file bad reviews about a writer. I mean, you'd think it's the bin. Yes, bin. Is it where one might file bad reviews is the bin, but then turn that about to get writer. So is it bin or is it nib? Yeah, it's nib or a bin. Not sure. Cheers, person. I mean, writers at the end, so that makes me think it's the other way around. Let's put them the other way around. But I'm not convinced at this moment. Cheers, it's normally TA. Person getting paid to be a model. Thanks. That doesn't really work. To be a model is to sit. Prosit. I don't think that's a cheers. Oh, proust. How do you say that? Prost. That's cheers as in Prost. No. Person getting paid is a professional. To be a model is to sit. Prost. Again, not sure how that's spelt if it is. If it's that. Real idiot, upset leader. Okay, so that looks like an anagram. Real idiot. I really want to put Toreador in there, which is clearly wrong. Leader. I will come back to that one as well. Silence reporter of religious building in disrepair. Silence is probably I've seen this. I mean, religious building is normally something like a mosque or I can't think of religious buildings, but kind of more of an Eastern religious building. It could be something as simple as a churchy thing. Not sure. His work is supposed to be done by someone else. His work is supposed to be done by someone else. You don't know. This looks like he mend. And no, daughter understood the meaning of fear. Knew. Understood the meaning. Is that even E? Is that even a 1? Singular type of number. Maybe it isn't. Daughter. Dread. D-red. Okay. So that isn't that. Is it a singular type of number? Not sure. What's down here? Scar or C. Main is the C. Means of authentication is reduced. Seal? Is that a seal being reduced? Yeah, okay, authentify it. Yeah, if you put a seal on a letter, that authentifies it as yours, doesn't it? Resisting having status. Yeah, I think that's something ing, probably. given that the clue is resisting. Having status is... no idea at this moment. Don't know, I need that one. Fans babies regularly, so that's B. Smudge clothes. Blubber? Blubber's fat, isn't it? Why is that blubber? Do I even want to know? Babies, BBE. Oh, there's BBE. And blur is smudge. Clothes. Oh, wow. Clothes used as a an indicator, not an indicator, to say put it around it. Wow. Lazy and not even dressed. Eesh. Split. Done. Dispossesses some crime victims. Evict. Oh, they are. There is a hidden word in there. I thought there was. Evict. It's across the two lines. Sun is mixed up with Arab in scrapes. I'm just kind of holding my arm back to try and stop me from getting out the pen and paper. But I think I'm going to have to in scrapes. Abrasions. In fact, I didn't have to get the pen and paper up for that. Abrasions. So I'm going to look at this then. His work. I mean, I thought there's God. His work is not being God. I mean, the surface alludes to being God. God, Bodger, is supposed to be done by someone else. Forger, I think. I think that's a clue to forger. I don't think there's anything in the clue to actually help you get that. I think it's just kind of there to be worked out. What's this place? Silence, silence, report, shebang. It can't be shebang there, can it? Report of religious building in disrepair. Maybe it's not. Maybe silence is what I'm trying to get to. Brain, come on, work. Let's have a look at this. I think this is dauntlessness. Dauntlessness, I think that is. I suppose I'd better just tick off the letters on that one. So if you'll excuse me for a minute while I write down the letters of stunned lasses and then tick them off. Stunned lasses. I think it's dauntlessness though. So D-A-U-N-T, daunt, less. Ness, there we go, dauntlessness. Okay, good. That's a good word that you'd never use, if I'm honest. Or at least in my book that isn't. What's real idiot doing here? Let's have a look at this. Real EA. Now, you see, now I've got the pen and paper out. Obviously you can't see it, but now I'm there. I'm beginning to get excited about the pen and paper. Now I've bothered to pick it up. What I've got? I've got TDR EAO. That's probably an IA there. I mean, that can't be RD or it could be, no, it can't be T. So could be it could be E, unlikely. Could be O, probably unlikely. I think that's probably an IAL, which leaves me RDT. Let's come back. I'm going to take that out just for now. I don't even know that is prosit. That must be, well, it doesn't have to be nib, but I think that is probably nib. That's withstanding, isn't it? Resisting, withstanding. Having status, withstanding, nib. Good. What's this? Cell complacent. Self. I think it's self, isn't it? Self broadcast. Self. As if it's beginning to decline. Broadcast feels as if it's beginning to decline. So that's actually an anagram of feels. Self satisfied, I think that is. We're going here. Oh, let's go look at this one. Haven't looked at this for a while. Itinerant reporter entertains brief wild party. Enters wild party briefly. Bit more writing down so I can look at it horizontally. T, something A, something E, something L, something R. Traveller, itinerant, I think. A rave with L. What I've got? LL. A rave. A reporter is a. So brief party is wild party is Rav, and then teller. Reporter is a teller. Yeah, if you report something, you tell, don't you? S something A something B something. Oh, I keep wanting to put stable or shabby in there. I mean, disrepair is shabby. Silence is sh, and abbey is okay. Shabby, abbey, yeah, abbey being a religious building. Fair enough. Singular, type of number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think there's any more 3 letters. Singular type, and then number. Just having a look at this one. I think it's daughter. Red. The meaning of fear. Understood the meaning. Red. I think if you read something, you'd understand it. Okay, 14 minutes to get down to these. Lazy, and not even dressed. Ugh, something skinless. Let's see if there's if that's that. If that's a less, I don't know what it is, but if that's a less. Editorial, dictatorial, editorial. Oh, that kind of leader. Okay, very interesting. Okay, edit. Oh gosh, if I could type. Okay. Is that D-red? Odd. Yeah, type of number's odd. Okay. Singular type is odd, I suppose. Yeah. Ugh, what's this? Lazy. Shiftless. I think. Not even dressed. Shiftless. So I think I'm just going to have to put in prosit there and see. Yay, there we go. Woo, okay. 1517. Yeah, well, I'm very pleased to get that because I think that was quite hard. Quite a few clues I need to go through, I know that. I mean, compared to the 50-minute on the first one, first time I tried a crossword by ASP, that was nice, but there were some clues in there that were hard to get to. So let's go through. So one across, resisting and having stating with having status. So if you're resisting, you're withstanding, and if you've got status is standing, therefore if you have status you are withstanding. Obstruct, everybody on the street. So okay, actually this one's quite easy really, isn't it? Obstruct is to stall. I mean, that's why ASP is difficult, because I would never think of obstruct equals stall. I can see that they are synonyms for each other. If I obstruct the progress of something, I'm stalling progress. Everybody is all, and street is st. Now on a cross clues, when you've got on, for a reason I cannot remember, you put the first word, all, after the second. Fat is blubber. Babies regularly, so BBE, the first, third and fifth letters of babies, are clothed by a smudge, and a smudge is a blur. Second person is you, as in first person is me, second person is you, Y-O-U. Court is telling us it's a sound alike, and a sheep is a U. Now with that clue, there's no real way, I don't think there's a way to tell which way round, which one of those two you want. I mean, originally I did put in U, as in EWE, the sheep version, and then I changed it to U because it's with caught in the middle, either end of that could be the answer. So a little bit of a test on both possibilities of answers. Lazy and not even dressed. So this is a double definition. So if you're lazy, you're shiftless. I don't know if that relates to the fact that when you worked, in a factory or something, you would work on shift, or you can still do it in supermarkets and so on. You work in shifts, and therefore, people who were were nicknamed shiftless if they weren't working, if they were lazy. And a dress is a shift. So if you're not dressed, then you're shiftless. Difficult if you've never come across shift equals dress, especially I think a younger me, so to speak, a less able me at crosswords would have gone for that being shirtless. And shirtless almost sounds like it could be lazy. So if you have attempted this, you have my sympathies if you ended up with that. Rent. So rent is I think it's in the Bible or something. Something is rent asunder. It means something is split apart. And Croatia. Split is a place in Croatia. I mean, it's pretty much the only place most people can name in Croatia, apart from maybe Zagreb, which is the capital. So, dispossesses some crime victims. So we've got some, and some is quite often an indicator of a hidden word. I mean, it wasn't here, where we had somewhere, but some is quite often, and we've got evict, which is to dispossess. Again, not dispossesses equals evict, not a pairing I would put together. A bit of a pointless answer, I think, that one really. Sun is mixed with Arab. Sorry, sun is mixed up with Arab in abrasion. So we've got Arab, and then sun is mixed up, and abrasions are scrapes. Now, abrasion scrapes, yes, that I would know quite happily. Singular type is, I don't know why it's odd, but an odd person is a bit singular, and a number can be. Sorry, singular is odd. Okay, yeah. So singular, something that's alone, that's on its own, is the odd one. The odd thing over there is singular, and a type of number is an odd number. You get even numbers and odd numbers. Man on public transport performing for money. So, as I said, with the on, we've got to put the man second. And in this case, the man is a king, and public transport is a bus. So, put that together, you get performing for money, which is busking. I left, there's the IL, I left. Marriage finally, so the final letter of marriage is E. After your form partner is an X, so put X first. And removal from home is exile, which I think that's fair enough. There's a number of 5-letter words like exile, evict, eject that kind of come up in crosswords, and kind of knowing that trio is a useful trio to remember. I'm sure there's one or two others. I didn't really look at this properly. Okay, I know what it is. So dish, the Waldorf salad. Most famously known probably now from Fawlty Towers episode, I think, which was called Waldorf salad. But anyway, yeah, definitely there's an episode with the Waldorf salad in it. And that's a type of dish. We've got was for lad, so we've got WASFORLAD to that point, and then prepared by another. So that's an anagram of was for lad, and then it's by another lad, second lad there. Whew, okay, debris. Debris is waste, and used to be there. Well, it was there. It used to be there. Was following. Sorry, used to be is was, and then there following out with evacuation. So you've got there, T and E. So evacuate that. Take the middle letters out of T and E, and those two letters are following was. Itinerant is traveller, and a reporter is a teller, and that's entertaining a wild party briefly. So a wild party is a rave, but we've only got to use brief part of it, so only the first 3 letters of rave, which is rav. I think when I hesitated on filling that in and getting the complete understanding the complete passing of that, because I wasn't sure if I wanted an E in there or an O in there or an A in there. It's fairly easy to look at it now. I'm looking at Traveller, but at the time I was kind of feeling a bit worn down and thought I needed to double check. And that's always worth doing if you've got the time and and the willingness. Complacent, so complacent is self-satisfied. Broadcast feels as if it's beginning to decline. So I think that's an anagram of self-satisfied, and then beginning to decline is put the D on at the end. Beginning to decline is a D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 letters in, feels as if it's, and then we need a 13th letter. So this is a 13 by 13 crossword. Counting letters can be useful. Right, I think my clue of the day today, 4 down. Although although adults loathe babies, everyone is tiny to begin with. Sorry. So although is albeit, and then we've got adults loathe babies, everyone is tiny. So take those beginning letters of those and you get albeit. I still can't read that clue without having a good laugh, as you can hear. So daring is dauntlessness, and we've got an anagram of, indicated by dancing, of stunned lasses. Where one might file bad reviews is in the bin, and we need to turn that around to get to a writer, which is nib, so the nib of a pen. Cheers. I would have said that's Proust, but I would never have spelt it that way. But a person getting paid is a pro, and to be a model. Pro sit, person getting paid is pro, to be a model is to sit. I don't know if that is intended to go together. It's a very clean surface. Cheers person, cheers the person getting paid to be a model. I mean, it's fairly well clued, as in person getting paid is a pro and to be a model is to sit. Again, if you haven't done many cryptics, I don't think I'd have known sit equals model for a few years. First year I was doing them, but it's one of those things you learn quite quickly, shall we say. Real leader is an anagram of editorial, and the leader in a newspaper is the editorial, or can be an editorial, so that's a good misdirection type of leader. Silence is shh, and a report of a religious building, so we're looking for a sound like for an abbey. So an abbey is normally spelt with an E, which is a religious building, and in disrepair is shabby. His work is supposed to be done by someone else, so this is just a plain cryptic clue. A forger, forger pretends to do someone else's work, really, so not more you can say about that. Daughter, D, that's quite a common abbreviation. Understood the meaning is read, read. You read it, you understood the meaning of it. And fear is dread. I think fear for dread comes up quite often, or comes up from time to time. So kind of word that comes up. And the main equals the sea. So again, main is the sea, the ocean, and means of authentication is reduced. So I think we're looking for. We were looking for a seal, like a stamp, the kind of waxy stamp thing you put on. So they used to put on letters, which was used to authenticate letters. And we're looking for a reduction of seal, so take off the L, becomes C. So there we go, all done. Pleased to get that one done, really, because as I say, ASP was a little bit daunting. But I was daring enough to go for it. So pleased to get through that. Hope you enjoyed going through that. Hope you enjoyed the four down clear. Let's have another look at it just one more time. Although adults loathe babies, everyone is tiny to begin with. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, and thank you for watching.